Hey everybody, it's your boy. This is a episode of Tinder's Trash Talk. I took my sweet ass time with. The Chiefs got blown out in the Super Bowl. This is about a month later, and it stung. It really stung. Love my Chiefs still. So proud of everything Mahomes and Kelsey and them have accomplished, but God, that Super Bowl was brutal, man. So I haven't wanted to watch sports or talk about anything lately. Just honestly, it just sucked. So I was kind of in my feels for a while. But I recorded a very special episode with a good friend of mine, William. So I'm introducing you to him today. We had a conversation about our thoughts about the Eagles game, that Super Bowl blowout that, we just had our three-peat within the grasp. And the Chiefs couldn't get it done, so that's unfortunate, but we talked about it for a little bit, so I hope you enjoy. Hey, what's up, everybody? This is my least favorite episode of Tinder's Trash Talk I've recorded this year, or this not this calendar year, but this football season. It's been a couple weeks now. I've been grieving the death of the three-peat.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like I need to write an obituary or something. But that's why I kind of brought you on, because Will, he watched the last two Super Bowls with me. I know he's an avid Chiefs fan, and you just have a good way of expressing your either pain or joy, depending on what the Chiefs are bringing us that week. The Super Bowl was a fucking buzzsaw that the Chiefs just ran into.
Oh yeah,
one of the most embarrassing Super Bowl performances in history, for sure. We can't really deny that.
Yeah.
We've given all the Chiefs haters, not we, but the Chiefs have given all the Chiefs haters so much fuel because they wanted this, man. They were chomping at the bit all season, and we kept just disappointing them.
Yeah. Every step of the way, we're winning.
Just the most irritating
the thing
way
that's
possible.
Disappointing is, I think all season the whole narrative that was built around the Chiefs, from the haters' perspective, was that they were, the worst 15-1 team that anyone had ever seen, and that Chiefs Kingdom is just kind of going, we've built
almost a decade of championships,
decade of championships,
division championships, conference championships, Super Bowl appearances,
a dynasty on proving people wrong, winning flashy, winning any way we can. And I think the really disappointing thing is, we were really put on fraud watch, and when it came down to it,
they totally looked like frauds in that game.
We did look like frauds.
Maybe the refs were helping them all year. God damn, they don't look like a Super Bowl team.
That was the one thing that made me happy, was finally maybe some people would shut up about the refs just a little bit.
I know, because I was very confident that they were going to get it done. Because at the beginning of the year, I was like, this team's loaded up to make it back to the Super Bowl. Even with the Rashee Rice stuff, I thought we had enough. Because Mahomes did it with almost no receivers last year. It felt like Rashee Rice came on late and then proved to be a wide receiver one.
Proved to be pretty good.
We'll see how he comes back after injury. We don't know for sure. But yeah, the Chiefs were I saw them.
What was his injury again? He had a knee injury, right?
Like TCL or something?
TCL.
Something I didn't know exactly what it was right when I heard it. That's what I know. Yeah.
That's gotta really suck in the beginning of someone's career.
Yeah. You're like, man, I hope this isn't a lingering thing.
That was the helmet to the knee, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it took him out. But so I, though, was predicting the Chiefs to make the Super Bowl this year. They were my Super Bowl pick for the AFC. They still looked like the team to beat. And then all year they just kept finding ways to win. It felt like a team of destiny. You're like, this three-peat is happening. All Chiefs fans were we were so confident up until the week of. I felt like this anxious, nervous energy everywhere. And I didn't want to say anything. I just felt I was like, man, Gronkowski's picking us. Too many people are picking us. It just, the juju felt so bad for me, but I just wanted to be in denial. And I was like, no, the Chiefs just will find a way. It's Pat. Pat Mahomes looked I heard there's a rumor that he may have gotten concussed early in that game because he hit his head on the turf.
You think
so? I don't know if that's what, he didn't play like himself for sure.
He did not play like himself.
A lot of people
he did not look like himself, for sure. I don't know about concussion.
Yeah, it's hard to say.
Maybe something minor. I don't know. Maybe a concussion would have justified those two wins. Those two wins were.
They looked really bad. Upon replay, I'm going to give him a little benefit of the doubt because he got bumped into both times. He was getting hit, and so it moved him. It moved his throwing angle, enough. But yeah, they just looked really bad. The whole game was just really embarrassing. That being said, it's hard to be that upset. You know, like I detached
Yeah.
a little bit emotionally from it. It's like, damn, man, we're so lucky, like as to be Chiefs fans, and we're so proud of our team still. Like I'm still super proud to be a Chiefs fan.
Yeah.
It didn't like deter any part of me like, oh man, this team sucks now.
I just
But it just really, it's just a really big pointy pill to swallow, dude. Like just like, God, man.
we don't like lose close games in these situations. We
No,
just
the Bucks too.
We
Yeah,
get,
it was the
we get blown
same
out
deal.
just for no reason. Like we just show up and we're not playing the way we should be.
Well, people, that's what they say.
In
Our
a way that
offensive
doesn't
line.
make any sense. We're just like, damn. Because I mean, going into take that Texans game, people were chirping about how much shit went our way in the Texans game.
Yep.
And then, go back and look at the game. You're like, I mean, the Texans weren't really putting up much of a fight. It didn't really say the refs are helping us. It didn't take much
Sure.
from them to help us win that game. Texans didn't
I don't
really
think
show up
so.
to play.
No.
I feel like we pretty soundly beat the Bills.
Yeah,
like,
and
in
the
a
Bills
way
are a
that kind
great
of showed
team.
everybody that we could have taken down anybody. And the Bills were a great
That's what
team.
I thought too.
Bills showed up early in the season and showed us what's for, and they only time until the Super Bowl that any team had got 2 scores on us.
Mm-hmm.
Or even in a while. I don't know what the stats were, but
And
we
you know
won
what? I do
so
think-
many games by 1 score in a certain stretch, like 20-game stretch or something.
Yeah, their record was like flawless in those games.
Yeah,
That's
it really
true.
was.
Well, I thought if we play that game like even 10 times, I don't think the Chiefs get blown out 10 times. I
For
don't.
the Eagles?
Yeah, I don't think so. But that team looked fucking great that day.
They looked fucking unstoppable.
fucking great. Like get
I don't
hats
know.
off to them. You know what? I don't even hate the Eagles. So that's the worst part about all this. I'm kind of happy for Jalen Hurts and them. I hate
Sirianni's a
the
little
fans.
cocky for my taste,
I
but
hate their coach and I hate their fan base.
I like Jalen Hurts. He's just I don't know. He's just a stud.
He's a
He's quiet. He just shows up, ready to work.
Yep.
Throws up 600 pounds.
I know,
on
you
the
gotta
squat
know, he's a
rack.
hardworking motherfucker. You
He's-
know that if he's squatting
he's a tough
600
son of
pounds.
a bitch. Saquon Barkley.
I love Saquon. I love Saquon. He's great. Great story.
He deserved a chip. Great story. It sucked it had to be against us in this moment. I'm looking at it like, I don't know, our O-line just got decimated.
Yeah, we were talking about this.
Exactly.
This is what I wanted to I'm glad you brought that up because it's like, God damn it. Like, in Veach we trust, but wait a minute, dude. Like, we got Patrick Mahomes, and you're not spending every available resource to get this guy
available
protection.
resource
You
to
need to be
save
trading,
his
like,
ass.
your fucking soul for an offensive lineman. Like, Veach
Well,
needs to be doing
Apparently
something.
that's what he did, at
Yeah.
least until the Super Bowl. Maybe that's the fucking...
That's what they said, yeah. They said we made deals with the devil. We got the refs in our pocket. The refs should be our mascot. Like, God damn it, dude. They just hated us so much this year. It's kind of fun being the Patriots, but like it does wear on you a bit. It wears on you a bit.
I don't know. There's this
offensive.
conversation. There's this conversation about, like, speaking of the Patriots, like comparing Pat Mahomes to Tom Brady, which in moments like this, that is one thing that I kind of look back at and go, okay, we put this to rest. We got our asses kicked. It is what it is. I see us being successful for a little while.
Yeah.
I'm not
I do
huge
too.
into the big Tom Brady comparisons because obviously every time it creeps up, it's just something terrible happens.
Yeah.
in some
Well, they'll
game.
never be able to get him in the matchup.
And I don't know. Yeah, Tom Brady's going to be Tom Brady forever. He is the GOAT. I say that as someone who grew up just despising him,
Hating that team.
hating
Yeah.
him,
Having
hating
to
being
put
in the
up with
AFC, having to put up with him, having to watch it, and now we're kind of in a position where people are comparing us to that dynasty, and I'm happy to be compared to him because it means we're doing great.
Oh man, they get so defensive though. Gronk
yeah,
and
that was-
Edelman and them. If you hear them get asked about it, like, oh, how do you think about the goat? He's got a long way to go. They'll be like, he's got a long way to go, but
Yeah,
which is true. I think everyone's like, oh, well, we're putting the GOAT conversation to bed. I'm like, no, it's not going to bed. It's going to take a nap, maybe.
it's not going to bed. I don't know.
It's going to take a nap, and then maybe we'll see. You know, like,
Yeah.
obviously, winning the Super Bowl this year, the three-peat would have been arguable at that
Yeah.
point. But now it's
He
like
would
he
have
still
had,
has
he
a
would have
ways to
something
go.
that Tom never had.
Yeah.
Still doesn't have the rings.
Or
Still
the
pretty-
longevity.
A little early in his career. He's
Yeah.
about, he's 8 years in?
He'll never. I don't think he'll ever hit the yards. I think they said if Mahomes averages 5,000 yards for like the next, until he's 40, like he still wouldn't be close.
No shit.
Yeah, I think Brady's yards are pretty insane as for as long as he's played. So Mahomes would have to like play longer than him. I think to
Yeah.
even surpass the yards.
And that's something I've always kind of worried about is like Mahomes' longevity. Just because he's, my quarterback, I don't want to see him getting hurt.
Gimpy ankles, man.
He's got gimpy ankles.
A
I
little
don't know
bit.
if that's a good or a bad thing. I don't know if it helps him when he gets into a situation where he's almost breaking his ankles, but I don't know. I feel like the way
They're just extra flexible.
that's what everyone says.
Yeah.
They're like, oh yeah, he's just got floppy ankles, and it's like,
Yeah, that's what that guy. What's his trainer's name? I can't remember it off the top of my head. But that trainer that does all
the guy who works with him.
Yeah, he works on those extra flexibility. But yeah, no, his ankles have been a problem though.
Yeah.
So you do wonder. I mean, nobody plays forever in the NFL, so
Truly,
we don't know if he's not gonna play till 45. Surely, that's very uncommon.
I was gonna say the way the NFL and the officiating is kind of structured these days, he's got the best shot to go to just play for 30 years straight. The way they protect QBs, the way we have the refs in our pocket.
Well, they're gonna make a new rule where the refs are gonna circle around Mahomes.
Yeah.
And make a shield,
and
a human shield.
Yell at anybody to get away from their boyfriend.
Get away!
Patrick
Get away!
Mahomes.
Beep, beep, beep. You just whistle at them.
Yeah.
Dude, Milo, you're getting hairs in my whiskey. God.
Not
damn
here's
it.
the whiskey.
No, but yeah, it really sucks because the 3-peat would have just cemented the Chiefs. We would have forever, any fan you run into, you'd be like, we have that, and you don't. And now it's just like, well, we did make it to 3 in a row, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Win 2.
It is a little humbling, which I'm okay with.
Well, Mahomes has done well with those humbling moments. Obviously, like he responds well to them. I think.
I'll tell you what. Going into this, I was a little worried because he was having a kid, and that was something that kind of leading up to the Super Bowl, like towards the end of the year, December, he was talking a lot about really trying hard to get that first week bye because he wanted to have his kid, and like he was talking about specific days where he was like, she was like due over the weekend, and he was basically like, if we make it to Monday, I'm inducing, because he was trying to. That worried me because I was like, man.
He's just got his focus split. That just
He's got his focus split a little bit,
Doesn't
and I'm
help.
like, man, that's a rough time to try to have a kid. Is in the middle of a dynastic three-peat.
Jalen and Saquon
Jalen
just
and
have like the
Saquon
eye
were
of
just
the tiger, just
and
locked in.
Jalen Hurts' screenshot for like 3 years straight has been him standing in the Chiefs confetti,
Just red and gold, rating on him. I know.
He's just been pissed off, and Saquon Barkley's just been
Shout out to Jalen, first quarterback to ever lose their first Super Bowl appearance and make it back
turn right back around and
to make it back to a
within
Super
2
Bowl
years.
and then win it also
Because
first.
that's really is he the first one to do that?
He's the first one to make it, so winning it was just
Nice.
pretty amazing. Yeah,
Oh,
so
that's right.
because Joe Burrow didn't make it back, like for example, like there's a lot of guys. You can go back a long time.
What is going on with that organization? I'm curious to see
Bengals?
where they shake
Fuck
out.
the Bengals. I hate them, dude. They're so annoying. I like Joe Burrow though.
I liked him when things were competitive, and it sucked losing to him in that AFC Championship game.
Well, they're losing T. Higgins. They still got
Really?
Jamar
Chase.
for now. Is he due for the re-sign?
I'm not entirely sure.
Oh, speaking of that, I just heard Kelsey is coming back for sure today.
sure?
Yeah, I heard today for sure. So he's excited is what the word is. He's fired up to come back. So
That's
I knew.
good.
Yeah, he's not gonna sit with that taste in his mouth.
No, he's not, and he's got the drive to be a champion. My cousin Haley had said something a while back. She was like, Kelsey's like 35, which means he's like 87 in tight end years. It's like those tight ends age like dogs. Okay, he's just old.
Dude, Tony
And,
G did a good job. He kept some longevity.
Yeah,
but
how
they
long
do.
did he stay in the league?
Yeah, he was close to 40.
That's a
as
position
well.
where you got
He was like 38.
You got to be
He
really
retired at
physical
39.
to be a tight end.
You're
You
like a
gotta block
lineman
little bit.
who has to like run routes.
Yeah.
So you're doing like all the explosive,
You're getting
like
tackled. You're hitting
hard
people,
sprinting.
You're running hard.
Yeah, and then you have to explode and slam your fucking body into a
Yeah.
300-pound defensive end.
And
You have to.
And I'll say Kelsey in that game,
Dude,
he
Kelsey.
was not doing that.
No, Kelsey checked out of that game. He did.
He really did.
That was one of the more sad things is that he checked out. Mahomes was still battling, and so I hope he feels bad about that. I hope that eats him up. I really do.
I hope he feels bad
I
about
hope
that.
he eats. I hope it eats him up because that'll create another fire.
I'm glad he's coming back. He said something about like wanting to come back but not being able to go 100%. And then I read something that was like they wanted to come back in a reduced role just to kind of develop Noah Gray, just some of the other like receivers in the room.
He doesn't have to. He doesn't have to play all the snaps for sure.
No.
Yeah. I mean, just having him around. Andy Reid wants him to like coach. They said he's like,
Really?
Yeah, he's like he would be a good coach. That's what Andy was
It'd be
saying.
kind of sick to see.
If he just transitioned to the Chiefs.
Yeah, if he
I
just
swear to God, if he goes to fucking Cincinnati, oh my God, I'd be so mad because he's an Ohio guy.
Kelsey?
Yeah. Or he could coach in college. He can do that. But as long as
Yeah.
he's not in the AFC at all, he
Yeah.
can't coach in the AFC if it's not the Chiefs. That'd be
I
insane.
was gonna say I'd like to just see him stay right home.
Yeah, dude, just transition right to like tight end coach, and then we'll see from there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, I love him.
I don't know the way, because I thought I'm watching it and it sucks, and I'm thinking we're still due to be here for a while. What do you think about this upcoming year?
Well, there's no guarantees,
Too
and that's
early to say, but
it does feel too early. The defense, I feel like, is mostly back. God, man, just going back to that Super Bowl game, seeing Chris Jones just get fucking knocked around every play, like he just got beat up, and then the tush push almost broke his neck. Like they were stretching his neck out after the first tush push.
Oh shit!
Yeah, they were like moving it back and forth on
Dude,
the sideline.
Jones is.
Well, he lined up sideways, so I'm assuming they
Yeah,
hit
yeah.
him like straight, on.
Just
So
on
his
the
neck
side of
just
his
like
fucking
got
neck.
fucking Oh my God.
I think about Chris Jones a lot because I'm like, shit, he's got to be getting. How long's he been in the league since
2015.
2015? He's been in it about. I was gonna say he's been in it
When was
about
that
20.
combine where his dick
about 2
popped
years.
out?
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to remember. I was trying to date him with the
That's the
combine.
marker for like when he got into the league is that when his dick flopped out.
Yeah, that's how everyone knew about Chris Jones. And Andy Reid, or the Chiefs are like, I don't know who was drafting at that time. I don't think Reid was Reid drafted. Did he draft Jones? That's a good question. I'd have to double check.
I like especially
Like,
positions
they
like that.
saw that piece and they were like, Chris Jones is our guy.
Have to have him.
Must have. Star that player.
Andy Reid was like, haven't even seen him play. Need to have him. Okay.
So yeah, I want to see him. He not get abused. We need to get some more help, on the defensive side because Justin Reed is due. He's gonna be a free agent. Yeah, so we're losing Justin Reed possibly.
losing
I don't think
a
they're
few
gonna pay
people, too.
him. Yeah, Nick Bolton is probably gone. So yeah, the defense is gonna look a lot different, but I think the Chiefs. I would pick them to win the division. I can't pick against them right now with Mahomes and company. The two Super Bowl blowouts are definitely like a bummer, a blemish on the dynasty, but everything else speaks for itself. Like they've hosted so many AFC championships. Like that's just
And I'll definitely
insane.
take a blowout Super Bowl loss every 3 to 5 odd years.
Yeah.
Somewhere in there, I will take a blowout Super Bowl loss for 2 more Super Bowl dubs.
Yeah, if they're winning Super Bowls in
I'll take
between,
that.
like, oh yeah.
We lost to the Bucks. We turn around. We lost the AFC Championship game. Next 2 years, we're back-to-back champs, and then we're in it a third time, and we're losing again. And I don't know. It sucks, but I don't see us being less competitive next year than we could have been this year. Obviously, Travis Kelce's
No, yeah.
on
How
a-
bizarre
on a
would it be though? The
pretty
Chiefs
limited
have
clock.
like a struggling season, like an 8-win or
Yeah,
9-win season.
yeah,
You're
we
like,
just
what is happening?
fell the
God,
fuck
we would
apart
just
after this.
God, it would just be brutal.